And I think a lot of creators need to focus more. And this is like a little bit of a shot to the bigger creators. It seems like everyone's just chasing views. And what they should be
Mhm.
doing is they should be building depth of community. Like, cause that's the ultimate goal is like have a community that is fostered that will support whatever you do. And I think that's like one thing that Nelk has done with their community. It's one thing that, Danny Duncan has done with his community is like they don't pull 20 million views a video, but they have a tremendous amount of depth of people that will buy a ticket when they're on tour. They'll buy, Happy
Mhm.
Dad when it's at the convenience store. Like they will go in droves to do whatever they can to support that individual creator. And so even if I was like to focus on content creation, I wouldn't be like, how do I just go get views? I would be like, how do I just build depth? How do I get the first 1,000 fans to care? And then how do I get to 10,000 fans that care? And then ultimately, if you can get 100,000 people that really care and ride with you, that should be the ultimate goal. And you don't have to pull 10 million views a video to get there. And you can launch a lot of interesting products with 100,000, even 10,000, even 1,000 people that care about you. And so I hope that like people understand that, because I think that the vanity metric that everyone is chasing right now is just views and subscribers. When like, if you're in this for decades, that stuff doesn't matter in the long run. If you're really in this for years and years and years, you want to like build something with true enterprise value and sustainability, and that comes from the depth of the community.
Are there actionable things that you've seen work that can translate to people to foster a depth of community?
Yeah, I think it's just being true to yourself. I think there's a lot to be said about the authenticity of Dude Perfect and what they were doing early on, and just kind
Mhm.
of being the five guys that lived with each other in college that made trick shots that then got an office but continued to make trick shots. And I mean, there's the like the realness of what Nelk does, and like they're who they are on camera and in real life. And so I think just focusing on your true self and providing value, responding to people in the comments, showing them that you care, doing community events. I think this is one thing that Eric has done really well, is he's done a good job of doing community events. And he just did a pizza party, and he's trying to engage his audience to come together and give them opportunities to meet him and to buy his I think it's like a pizza sauce or something like that he's selling. And so I think there is some big creators that are doing this incredibly well, but it kind of all starts with just the person. Is like, can people really fall in love with you, and are you authentically yourself, or are you like playing this random character? And so yeah, I think hopefully a lot of creators that see this, or hopefully other people talk about this, but the goal should be about community building. The goal should not be to just pull views. And I think that's where this got lost on TikTok, is the metric became how many views can you pull on your TikTok. It wasn't how can you foster people that care and then transition them over to YouTube to also care even more, to watch an 8-minute video. And it's like it got lost in translation on TikTok because everyone was chasing views, because like the next trend was like a different dance, and like everyone would have that dance, and then they would pull a million views on that TikTok. But what they didn't realize is like 999,000 of those people don't care. They're just watching you do the same trend that every other TikTok creator did, but they don't really care about who you are and what you're making and what you're all about. And a lot of storytelling channels are good at building this type of community. It seems like the prank channels and the channels that appeal to 18 to 24-year-olds are doing really well in community building. I mean, Emma Chamberlain, that's like core, is like 16 to 20-year-olds. And she's really hit that because she's so authentically herself, and she focuses on storytelling and being her true self. And so, yeah, it's inspiring for me to watch. And that's like a lot of things that I focus on, is like what creators are actually building community and what creators are just like pulling views.